Where in the world can we find all these treasures hidden inside this jewel of ours? We were born in a country like no other land, like no other people. That's my stand. I'm talking about my country, my beliefs, yeah, my homeland. You love me. From the rivers to the open sea, yeah, I love my country, my territory, my beliefs. Sweet beliefs.
Morning shows, newspaper articles, essay competitions, barbershop talk, even Facebook posts shed light on perhaps the most discussed issue on our national agenda. They tell of our disdain for the current situation and in some instances, those who are deemed responsible. With each new incident, public outcry grew. It came to the point where those in leadership were compelled to find a solution, and for a brief moment in time, all of Belize reunited and rallied for action. The call rested solely on the shoulders of the Prime Minister and his chief advisors.
From the rivers to the open sea, yeah.
Their response came with the establishment of Restore Belize, re-establishing security through outreach and education. In June, the Prime Minister announced that resources would be placed on finding a long-term and comprehensive approach to tackling the current issue of crime and violence with a specific focus on the human development needs of our citizens.
Restore Belize is a kind of coordinating outfit. They try to bring together all the various agencies that are responsible for help with things like literacy programs, feeding programs, parent empowerment.
A little more than a year later, it has become a household name. While most organizations strive to build awareness and get national support to their cause, the Restore Belize program is easily one of the most recognizable entities. They have maintained a presence in national discussions, continually working towards systematic changes at various levels: schools, communities, departments, NGOs, and ultimately the lives of families living in the southern part of the city. This, no doubt, reflects the concern of all to stemming the tide of the times. But what exactly do you know about the work of Restore Belize? As a young person, recent sixth form graduate, a future sociologist, and a concerned youth, I took some time to find out for myself. Qualified and passionate are some of the words I would use to describe the people I met.
I would say for the past 18 years, my career has been all in the field of development. It's been mostly in sustainable development and the management of environmental resources to achieve sustainable development for Belize. I've always been very passionate about Belize's development. I've always been very involved in what is happening to the country from a policy standpoint. And this is for me, this is an amazing opportunity to work in an area that directly affects where we are going as a nation.
I've had experience in the education system for almost 22 years before I removed myself for a short while and went over to the social sector. However, I was exposed to the whole aspect of that human development and its encounter in Belize and how that ties in towards development.
Seeing the difficulties of the streets and seeing the negative aspects of it, and how so many friends of mine and so many relatives of mine have actually fallen prey to the dangers of the streets and to the overall concept of what poverty is and how the dangers that it actually introduces into the lives of not only young males but the family altogether. And I guess I reached to a point whereby there was a level of desperation on my part where I started to actually get more education, and that's how I ended up receiving a scholarship to go to Jamaica to do my bachelor's. And the bachelor's in sociology is really something important to me, because I've always liked to see the dynamics of how our society operates, and how there's the in-group, the out-group, and how some haves don't have, you know. And I've always wanted to see the betterment for my people, you know. And growing up all my life in Southside, that has been a major catalyst for me to actually want to be educated, so that they may have a voice through me.
Each person brings something very unique to the organization.
For me, this job is the best combination of all the things that I enjoy doing. It offers me the opportunity to work with people every day, to work with the media, and to do production, which is bringing to the forefront personal stories and sharing it with the Belizean audience.
What I do bring to Restore Belize is the level of meticulousness that I have. And of course, there's a dual nature to me, whereby I think that some of the experiences that I have had, I think that I could understand a lot of the persons that we're trying to reach.
Working at Restore Belize requires that you have to have a sense of purpose, and that sense of purpose has to have a deep humanitarian, a deep drive, and one that is made up of passion.
The initial response of Belizeans to Restore Belize was that it would effect an immediate halt of all incidents. But many could not at that time appreciate the focus being placed on the root level causes, an emphasis the director Mary Vasquez explains runs the full gamut.
In order to find a comprehensive and effective solution to the crime and the violence that we are experiencing on our streets, it is important to understand that these are manifestations of more deeply rooted problems. We have to go to the root, and we have to address the root. Otherwise, we will be simply putting band-aids on the problem. Another critical aspect of our approach is community mobilization. When we say community, we mean everyone. We mean the churches, we mean the individuals, we mean the families, we mean the NGOs, the CBOs. No one can afford to look at this as somebody else's problem. We all have to accept that the crime and violence on the street is affecting the daily life of each and every one of us. It is affecting our economy. It is affecting the tourism industry. It is affecting every part of Belizean life. And so if we want a solution, every part of the Belizean society must participate in that solution. We have to all work together. The churches play an important role in providing that spiritual support to all those families that are living in really desperate circumstances right now, and they need more than social assistance. They need hope. So it has to be everyone. It has to be businesses. Businesses have to think about how they will help. Are they willing to employ young people that have been in Colby Foundation, have been rehabilitated and need a job? Are they willing to employ young people who maybe did not have a formal high school education but got some certification otherwise? We have to take on these responsibilities. Each and every one of us, each business, each agency. That is what will make the difference. That is how we can have a workable, effective solution. So community mobilization is essential. Everybody has to work towards this because everybody is suffering from this.
Well, can we come together in love and stop stop the fighting
And
stop
for the past year, Restore Belize has worked on several programs that have tried to improve the conditions of families fighting poverty. I spoke with the team to get their feedback on those programs they thought were most impactful.
How can you not love a literacy program that's being implemented after school to assist children who are having difficulty reading early in their school career? You know how much this will impact their lives. You know that by getting the assistance into them at that early stage, you may be saving their academic career. And by saving their academic career, you're keeping them in school and off the street from an early age.
The Healthy for Life feeding program that was started at the Yaba Community Policing Center, that is beyond anything that I would have ever foreseen as something that Belize would eventually reach. And I think I've always believed that a feeding program is integral in actually assisting people that are stricken with poverty.
A parent empowerment training program. It was a 7 weeks program, but at the end of those 7 weeks, it was satisfying to see mothers who were facing challenges get up, and they were able to speak, and you could see a sense of transformation.
So I have a big challenge with my son. I don't have no problem with the daughter. So that's why I came to the program. And since I started the program, it is much easier for me now to deal with the boy. It is much easier.
The main program that's the highlight of my year to me is the feeding program, and it was a joy to me to see the population, because it's like what, 230 something children getting fed every day.
Feed the children, food and knowledge is the key, and no guns and bombs.
My question is, what were they eating before that? How are they able to learn in the educational environment? And that to me, that gives me a joy.